measure success?
Tape recorder.
I think that the business ones, guys take lead on this one still.
How do you
success?
Yeah, how do you measure it?
Business and success. Well,
yeah, I think you might.
I mean, I don't think it's got anything to do with business.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Well, I feel like you don't have more intel like in that like.
But you're an artist, how do you measure success as well?
As a,
It's still
no, as a
the same
person.
thing, as a person.
It was almost as a person.
Hence, all I was saying is I think that the ones that run businesses will have more to say, like to start off the thing. Not saying like
Success
I'm
is
trying to
always-
get down
You
to
start
that.
off with a goal
Yes.
that you want to achieve. Once you have that goal and you tick it, that's a success, isn't it?
Yes.
And then you keep striving from then on. There's no end to it. It's literally, there's a goal that you want, you aim, you get it, and then there's more, and there's more, and then you excel and you excel.
But is there a general level of success? Is there
That's
general,
what I've just
does
said
society, is there something that society bases as a general level of success? Is there anyone we look at and think they're successful?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it might be fake though.
Like, no, but look, I got a question. Let's say my dad is Bill Gates. If I become a millionaire, now, am I successful? That's my question.
No, because your dad was Bill Gates.
Yeah.
So
That's
what-
like Kylie Jenner.
But how do I measure success then if my dad's Bill Gates?
By Bill Gates and up, you need to be Bill Gates and up. That's how you measure success.
But wait.
Because you're gonna measure success by what is going on in your surroundings. Do you know what I mean? And who is the top guy, top girl, or who's achieved the most in your surroundings. But then once you get out of that surroundings, you should be going for more than what is in your surroundings. So if your surrounding is Bill Gates, then you need to be Bill Gates and higher.
That's how you be successful. Yeah.
I disagree.
Whoa.
I disagree.
No. How do you measure success? That's based on yourself, innit? Like, as myself, I can base that on someone who's successful is someone who's got a degree, for example. So I'm basing that off myself. I'm based on how my values and what I feel like is in a success. So therefore, it's quite of an objective thing in a sense. Success.
Yeah, it's down to the individual.
Yeah, to the individual.
And your surroundings, what you're surrounded by.
Yeah, well, that's more like your inspiration.
No, but let's say if Bill Gates' child decides he wants to start a charity, you know, follow like Mother Teresa. He starts a charity. He does a lot for people. Well, he saves a lot of people's lives. Now, is he not successful because he never became more than what his dad was financially? And you know, does that mean he's not successful?
It depends on yourself.
Within
How
himself.
does he feel? Success is based on you.
Yeah, it's an
cannot be
individual
measured
goal.
by anybody else. Success is just measured by yourself. Like if you have a business, if you reach a certain goal, like Bree said, that's when you can classify yourself as successful. But even then, there's always more. Like there's
More to achieve.
There's more to achieve.
You never know
Success
that.
is in the eye of other people. It could be success, but you never know how that person is getting that success that if you're measuring it by houses and cars and things like that, you don't even know. Are they really successful or are they just getting this by other means? And even then, to them, by getting it by those other means, it is success. So it's just.
I think success comes down to your happiness. Because you know, like you said, if you're Bill Gates' son and you become a millionaire, if you're happy with that, you're successful. Because someone who has finished a degree at uni, they feel successful. Who am I to tell you you're not successful?
Louder.
You know, so it just comes down to your individual happiness. Because someone can be happy with a tin can, whereas someone is not happy with a Bugatti.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's self.
It's up to the individual. Like we all got our goals. You know, study stuff from somewhere. You start from somewhere, and then you look at yourself and be like, okay, where do I want to see myself in 10 years? What do I want to achieve? And then when you achieve that in that 10 years, boom, I'm successful.
But it's unfortunate because in today's especially this generation, we assume what success means an expensive car. It means money. It means this and that. That's what people assume, but it's different. Do you know what I'm
but
saying?
it is.
It is, right?
What, social media?
No, not social media. If
a good example, can I have an example?
If I drive a helicopter, am I goddamn not successful? Goddamn I am.
Well, it might not be your helicopter.
Yeah.
If I buy a helicopter, goddamn it's mine, and I'm successful.
But on Instagram, people are posing. It's not their helicopter. It's not your.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, let's say, for an example,
you measure success by you buying a helicopter.
For an example, like I say, let's say your parents are rich. That's your parents' money, bro. But for your own, you become successful with your goddamn money.
Well, so you can't be born into success. You gotta.
No, I don't think there's such thing as being born into success.
So you can't be born into success.
If you're born into success, I feel like you should be trying to do something on top of it.
So like,
do you realise that? No, but do you realise that wealth doesn't mean success?
Yeah, wealth doesn't mean success.
So even if I'm born to billionaires, they might not look at themselves as successful because they might have the money in the bank, but they might feel worthless, like I never achieved what I wanted to achieve. So they might not even look at themselves as successful.
No, but
so you're just wealthy.
Okay, basically.
Yourself, can I ask then, because you got, let's say, a helicopter, you class yourself as successful regardless of whether
if I've only got a helicopter.
But if you got a helicopter and you're successful, well, you think you're successful, whether you're miserable or not, are you successful or not?
No, I'm not successful.
I'm miserable. I'm wealthy.
If I'm miserable, I'm not successful.
So if I take away your business right now,
if you take away, so if you take away my business from me,
are you successful?
I'm not successful because I worked for that. That's my baby. I worked for that business. So I'm only even now in my business now, I'm nowhere near where I need to be. So people could be looking at me and thinking she's successful.
Yeah.
Bruv, I'm still working a whole 9 to 5. So don't even think that it's this business that is successful. I still have to grind. I'm still nowhere near. So even if I am to buy my car, you see me driving my car, you see me buying what I'm buying. Don't measure that as success. Measure it as I've got a little bit of change, I can buy that, but I'm nowhere near success. So
you're nowhere near your definition of success.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Nowhere near. It just goes back we have
Wait, success has got nothing to do with financial position.
No.
It's nothing to do.
No.
I don't think that's true. That's not true.
Not everyone's success can be measured by finance.
It's nothing to do with finance.
I can say maybe if my business hit $1 million, because that's my goal, I could be like, right, I succeeded in that $1 million, but the next one is what, 10 million.
What is your success measured in money?
I want to hear your point so bad.
In my opinion, success is disciplining yourself, number one.
Definitely, big thing.
You can discipline yourself in forms of study, education, study yourself, study who you are, study on your communicational skills, how you want to present yourself to people. Like a child, let me use an example, like a child is an infant, is a baby. The child yearns to walk. It wants to walk because it's crawling first, isn't it? The next step is to walk. So you as an individual, if you don't surpass that mental,
that walking stage,
do you know what I mean? Like you need to mentally success. You need to mentally succeed in whatever you want to do.
That's how to be successful.
So the child is not successful in terms of wealth or money.
No.
It's successful in that I've managed to go from crawling and now I'm walking. So I've succeeded in that.
Yeah.
But it's an achievement. It's an achievement.
It's nothing to do with finances. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I don't think it's
but then how do you wait? So how
because you can have a mom who wants to be successful and raise it the way she raises her kids, and that's how she defines success. So it's back to what Bree says. It's what your personal goal is. And then achieving that personal goal. And what you said about discipline as well. That child, before it walks, it has to fall so many times before it actually can walk across this room without falling.
I think discipline is the key word.
You've got to be disciplined.
Because like, obviously, we want to be so successful in life. We only think about money, we only think about
the end goal
things and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, there's steps to take. So if you're going to fail in one or like you want to fail in something that you're doing or you want to do and you just like push it to the side, you're not successful in that thing. You need to carry on doing it.
You're gonna fall back.
Have that belief,
You're
and have that
fail.
faith, and have that mentality to say, okay, cool, this is what I'm going to do. Because if you're not doing it right, then there's another way to do it. There's always another way to do it. But at the end of the day, like Bill was saying about goals, you need to set your goals, set your priorities, look at where your surroundings are, look at who you are yourself, because at the end of the day, if you don't...
And the people around you.
If you yourself, you don't look at yourself, and you say, okay, cool, I'm actually excelling in knowledge, I'm actually excelling in understanding of the world and the system. Because at the end of the day, like, a lot of people are living in like limb mode. You know what I'm trying to say? They're living in limb mode. What they see on TV, what they see on social media and stuff, that's what they define as success. At the end of the day, those people are just there because they make money through that.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I mean?
Nothing is as beautiful as
working. Exactly,
Yeah.
working for something and achieving a certain goal that you're aiming for.
I'd rather fall back 100 times.
I'm kind of, you're like running away from the question.
No, but
how do you measure success? Yeah. It's not about how to be successful.
How do you measure?
How do you measure?
And this is the answer. You know we've already answered it.
By your own merits.
No, the answer. We've already answered it. It's within yourself.
It's within yourself.
Yeah. So if I'm a successful game by buying a helicopter, that's to me, I'm successful. To me,
within yourself, yeah, like you're saying, within yourself. At the end of the day, like, how to measure success is by your fruits.
The fruits of your labor.
You just have you and your helicopter. Have you got fuel? Can you fuel your helicopter? No. You're just there. Helicopter.
You're helicopter, so.
You're just there.
Let me paint a picture.
Helicopter.
Let me paint a picture.
You don't have a car.
Let me paint a picture.
You don't have a house.
A guy who's from Africa, somewhere in Africa. I'm not gonna say anyway. Let's say if a guy is from Africa.
Yeah.
From Emakai.
From Ekwanda.
Emakai. You get what I'm saying? Like they're from back home. Like they've never they had no family, no mom. They've never went to school.
Okay.
Now if they somehow by the age of 25, 30, whatever, they managed to come here. Somehow get to England, get a care job, get a house, and have a family. To them, that's success. From where they've come from. Yeah. To them, I'm like, for me to be here, this is success. I'm doing care. I've got a family. That's success. So now you can't. To me, that's success. To them, that's success. So if someone looks at it, look from where I've come from, this is success.
But now you've reached it, now you need to set some different goals.
Exactly.
But it's not to say that person's not successful.
No, you're successful at that you've done now, so that's one. But now you need to move on to success number 2. What's 2?
If you take that stance, then you mean you'll never reach success because you'll always be trying to go further.
Yeah. You have to evolve. Like, you can be proud. Sorry, you can be proud of what you've achieved.
I think success, the word success is, I think somebody should Google success.
Like, what does it mean?
Can someone Google it?
Okay, let's Google it.
Yeah, because I think if we're looking at
Okay, you asked what success means. Yeah. Success defines accomplishment of an aim or purpose. That's
basically what we've been saying.
Okay, sis, okay, what you gotta say?
Who's got like?
I feel like you can never reach success because you are going to keep aiming for another goal.
But like success is defined by yourself. What you define as successful is based on you.
Keyword, discipline, determination, goal. Done.
Yeah, in my opinion, success starts in the mind. If you believe you can achieve, and also if you have a mind and a setting a goal into accomplishing something, never give up, and yeah, your fruits will be the label of that success.
Success is measured by what you feel like is success. If I feel like I'm successful, then I'm successful. So success basically can't be measured by anybody else but yourself.
Come on.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. My success is mine. So it's different to anyone else's in the room. No one's is going to be the same. So my grind and your grind is going to be different, and how I measure it and how you measure it is always going to be different. So just work hard, grind hard, hustle hard. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I hear that. Me, I feel to say one line in the great words of Mendoza. Just comer when the food coming out. Bah.
Yes.
If you don't understand what that means, Sakila would put it in English.
A frog.
A frog.
Yeah, a frog lives its, that part.
Anyway, I'm just gonna say, like, be your own competition.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
Yeah, like everything that everyone said, success, you measure your own success. Don't get complacent, like keep evolving. Once you've hit one, go for the next. Keep evolving. But be happy, be content with what you've achieved within yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, essentially that really, for as long as you're happy, that's how you measure it. If you're happy then with what you're doing, then that's what's successful.
That's it.
Exactly. Like I said, guys, it's all about your goal, your aspirations, and that's it. No one knows what you've put on your notepad for your goal. No one knows apart from yourself. Therefore, everyone else's opinion, whatever, it's invalid. It goes in one ear and comes out the other. Done.
To be quite honest, I think success is based on yourself. Like how you class success. Success to someone who's in a hospital bed could be breathing next day and being alive. So it's all based on yourself. So yeah, can't really put a measure on success because it's subjective to yourself. At the end of the day, yeah, you take that.
Let's connect.
Like I say, when we're doing the chat show, like Google way. Be your own competition, like I said. Like be your own competition. Strive for your own success. You can never start from the top. You gotta start from the bottom. So you start from the bottom. And then trust me, when you reach your achievement, when you reach your goal, to be worth it at the end, and you will love every single minute of your journey.
Let's connect.
I think if you measure success based on other people, based on Instagram models, based on things that you see, you will never have the full definition of it. You can only just measure success based on you. Like, I feel like that's what everybody in the panel was saying anyway. It's just you, so don't measure yourself. Don't measure success based on anybody else.
Yeah. Wait. About success, straightforward. Like I said, it is it's up to you. Yeah, you set your goal, targets, reach them, achieve them, and that's your success.
Let's connect.
Okay, it's your girl, you already know, Amanda Mononkomo Tago Umanko Masolomboani. And when it comes to success, I feel like you're the only person who can measure it. No one else can tell you how successful you can be, or is your success, are you successful, do you know what I mean? Only I can measure my success. If it's money, if I've made 100,000 and I feel like that's important to me, I'm successful because that's important to me. If it's material things, cars, houses, whatever, that's important to me, I'm successful because I was able to do that. So it's an individual thing. So that's how I feel about success. It's only what you think success is because of what you do, how hard you work. I'm a strong believer in the grind and the hustle. Like, I'm a strong believer that my parents didn't come and struggle this hard to come to here to the UK for me just to sit here and just Now you need to get up every morning, you need to grind, you need to build a better Zimbabwe, build a better future, build better communities. Do you know what I mean? People say that you can't measure success financially. I think you can. Like, if I've made money and money is important to me, why am I not going to measure that as successful? Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of them were saying that, oh, yeah, you can't measure success as financial. Yes, you can, because if I'm making money and I've made them peas, I've worked hard for them peas, is that not successful? Like, how is that not successful to me? It is to me, so I don't know. Like, I don't get that point of, oh, you can't measure it financially. Yes, you can, because I've made them peas, I've worked hard. That was my goal, and money's important to me, because, you know. So, yeah, that's the only point that I disagree with. Everything else, yeah, everyone's on, yeah, that's that.
Yeah, well, yes, Tabelo, VK, SSA UK, Legit Hustle Gang, King Polly, the skipper, you done now. Yeah, about success, basically, you need to work on yourself, number one, psychologically. You need to build yourself in knowledge, you need to build yourself in wisdom, you need to build yourself in understanding. Goal-wise, you need to set goals, and you need to believe you can achieve those goals. Without faith, it's impossible to make it. Without a belief system, it's impossible to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So, like, continue motivating yourself. That's discipline. Continue to be a better person through, like, your outwardness. You understand? Let people see the difference in you. You know, you may never know that you might meet someone by going the extra mile. Someone may recruit you and be like, okay, cool. I like that person's mentality. I like that person's attitude, and attitude is very important as well. You can't just like give up every time. You have to continue doing what you're doing. That's success still.
I think that everyone has to measure their success by their own individual goals, and you're going to measure it from where you started from in according to where you're going. Second thing is, everyone is saying that, you know, you shouldn't look at other people's success to measure, but you do. Everyone does. Everyone looks at certain things, buys certain things as symbols of success. That's just the way that the human mind works. Yeah. Everyone was talking about mastering your craft, but just because you mastered your craft, even if you're a chef, music, artist, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to reach your ideas of success because of a business, because mastering business skills and mastering your craft is something completely different. Maybe you've got the best music or you create the best art, but you don't know how to market it, you don't know how to sell it, you don't know how to manage finances in order for you to see the kind of success that you want. So mastering your craft is just like step number one. There's other steps that you have to master as well.
Like, for me, success is measured like, if success is measured with good. So if you're from a poor place, you make it to a point where you have a job, you work for someone. And yeah, and if you're from an average family, then you make it to a point where you work for yourself and you're your own boss. Success, well, it then depends on what success is within you. Now, my success could be, I'm alive today. That would be success to me. Now, someone else could be looking at me thinking, you need to do more with your life. No, I'm successful. I'm happy where I am. So it's happy. At the end of the day, it's happiness within. You can't go 2 ways about it. Happiness within is success. If I'm successful as a bum, I'm successful. What are you to say, tell me that I'm not successful? How do you know? How do you know where I've been? Maybe where I am right now is a success.
be successful with a negative mind. Control your negativity. You can't be negative about every situation that comes at your way. Adversity, look at that as a way to learn from your mistakes. Look at that as a way of learning from what you're doing wrong. Adversity is a form of positive mind building. Do you understand? Build your mind, build your character. With a negative mind, you can never achieve to be the person that you aspire to be. You can never help someone else who wants to achieve what they want to be by motivation because of your negative mind already.
My views on measuring success are simple. Is what you're doing making you happy? If it is, you're successful. Because let me give Kanye West as an example. There's a song he did where he says, my friend showed me pictures of his kids. All I could show was pictures of my crib. You know, and he's sad about that. You know, someone can look at their life and say, look, I've got children, but look at Kanye West as if he's amazing. Kanye West is looking at him as if he's amazing. You know, none of them are happy. What makes you happy? Just being happy and you're successful. Because Kanye West is looking at his friend as being successful. He's not looking at Kanye West maybe as being successful. If you chase success, you never reach it. So you're looking for nothing. Just be happy and you will be successful. That is success, in my opinion.
The question is, why do we, as Ndebeles, struggle to support each other? Is it different in other communities, and how, as Ndebeles, can we support each other and grow?
Yes, so is a man. All of us, we need to stop that. We need to stop that, because when you look at the Shona community, Shonas, they support each other.
Yes,
it's crazy the way the Shona support each other, and I respect them.
Amen.
But Amandebele, I don't know what it is. If I'm doing makeup, you hate me because I'm doing makeup. If I'm doing hair, you hate me because I'm doing hair. If I'm a publisher, you hate me because I'm a publisher. If I'm a musician, you hate me because I'm a musician. Why? Why can't you just support me? You hate me because of that. That mentality needs to stop, Mandebele. It needs to stop. You're hating on someone that you don't know. Why? Why can't you just support? Why?
I agree with what you're saying, Bree. And I know why, because a lot of us from the village were like, see, people will be quick to post, yo, Meek Mill's album. They'll put it on Snapchat. Meek Mill's album. I seen, you know, when Meek Mill's album, I saw it a lot on my timeline. I'm thinking, yo, I know you personally. You've never posted any hard rest or anything that I've tried to post personally. But you post Meek Mill. Meek Mill doesn't even know you.
No.
But people are quick to post Meek Mill, and the reason why I say they don't post their own talent, because you see, if you're at the bottom, let's say we all lived at the bottom. We're all trying to come out of the bottom. Now once we come out of the bottom, we're all fighting to come out of the bottom. We're all fighting at the bottom. Like, who can make it? Who can make it? And once we all make it, people at the bottom have that mentality. Once we all make it, they want to come back and show everybody that I've made it. Instead of coming back and saying, yo, I want to bring you here. Like, come here, let's do this together. They want to come back and say, look, I've made it. That's the mentality that us in the village have. We're all at the bottom. In Zim, we are at the bottom. We don't control nothing in Zim. Let's be really honest. In our own country, we don't control nothing. We're at the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, like everything happens in Harare.
I like what you're saying, because
that's the fact.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, because then you can round it up into social conditioning.
Definitely.
So like at the end of the day, there's always a community, and there's always a group of people, and there's always a clan, or there's always a people. You know what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, how they are raised up and how is what is in their social life and what they see around them, or what they whatever, generally has an impact on their mental capacity, or has an impact into their mentality or the way they will
they'll react to certain things. I just think I don't think it's a Ndebele thing. I have to disagree that it's a Ndebele thing. It's not. I think in every community they'll probably be thinking the same thing about everything. In every community, there are people who are always going to hate, or there are people who are always not going to support. Yeah,
it's like that for every community, and however, it's more heavy in the Ndebele community.
Let me tell you why it's heavy in the Ndebele, because you are in the Ndebele community. Yeah. That's why you feel the heaviness. So if I'm in a Shona community, I'm gonna feel it because I'm in a Shona community. If I'm in a white people community, I'm gonna feel it because I'm in a white people community. It's everybody, yeah? But the main point is, I think you as a person now, as a Ndebele person, wanting to be successful, one thing, I had to do this even for my business, because most people, when I first started, it's not the people that I knew that supported me. It's the people who knew nothing about me. It's the people who had a vision. But the people who knew me were waiting to see, I'm going to support her when it blows.
Yeah, when it blows. When it blows is when they want to support when you're coming up.
So what you have to think, if you're doing something, and no matter what you're doing, even if it's music, you have got to do it for yourself, because if you're doing it for the approval of your community, you're never going to get it until you blow. Until I see you on TV. Then I'll be like, Dreamer fucking made it.
I know her.
Made it.
Can I ask, has anyone ever considered the fact we're looking for our people to support us? How about focusing on making content, if it's content, which people would support without us having to look for their support?
Because we've got the content.
Because no, what I'm saying is, if you are a musician and you're making music, and because you're making music targeted to a certain group of people, you now expect them to respond to it. Is your music good?
Yes.
Why don't you ask yourself that question? You know, because someone might look at Hard West. They're making good music.
Great music.
They're getting support.
Yes.
Someone else might be like, oh, you're not supporting. It's not that they're not supporting you. It's because the music you're making might not be. But now you want to now look for ways to say, it's not.
But do you think everyone in the Ndebele community is supporting Hard West? He is the manager of Hard West, isn't he? But he's saying his own people have not supported him.
Yeah, Joe, it's not
the music is great.
It's not about.
It will be the people who don't know.
But he's talking facts though.
Hold on, Joe, I hear it. Maybe the music they don't appreciate the music, or they don't like it. So they're not gonna post it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's not what it's about. It's about homegrown, like you know, like if let's say someone was to come here and play me a football, like let's say we were to play a football match, play us a football. You guys would have to be supporting me. If we win, we won. If I win, we won. You can't be like, oh, I don't like the way the style of football they play or whatever. You can't be that.
I don't like the way that he kicks that ball. It don't matter. He's in the game.
Yeah, he's pushing it up, and once it's recognized,
yeah. Because I'm only gonna go up if my community brings me up.
But then they're making that question.
You believe you can go up as well.
If I can once say I'm the best artist,
what is it in it for your community to support you? And I think that you should definitely support. I come from a Jamaican community. You should be supporting black businesses, because then if you go up, then let's say my child wants a job where you work, I can be like, oh, you know, my child has got these qualifications. We know that there's racism in this country. People are not getting ahead. Right. So when we have our own businesses, it opens up opportunities and doors for everyone.
I have a great example.
So I was having a conversation with one of our Zim promoters. And I was like, with all the shows that I've seen happening in England, it's people that are coming from Harare. Like, we have Mo Shona artists coming here. How come we don't see our own? And the answer was, we go where the money is.
Wow.
So we're gonna
money talks.
Yeah,
that's true. Thank you for bringing it up.
So does that mean that
people don't go
money?
to see the
essay
or the Blawai art? This is why Love Mama Jaivan, you know, my good friend Marlon told me this. Love Mama Jaivan said, yo, he's not gonna do any more shows in Blawai. They offered him money. He said, I'm not doing any more shows, because when Soul Brothers come here, everyone wants to pay $25, $30.
But when he does the show, people want to negotiate for no price.
$5, $10. Why? Like, Love Mama Jaivan is a big artist. Like, Love Mama Jaivan,
I think
he's from Blawai. Why is it? I'm from Blawai. Why is it you like want to pay me $10, $5, and when Soul Brothers come here, you want to give them $25, $30?
It still happens here, though.
Exactly.
All the time.
It happens a lot here.
It still happens. Even in essay, I watched the Casper Invest interview. He said that artists from America that come there, they get better reception than all Casper and them now.
Of course. It's the name.
And it's like all Casper is just as big in SA as artists does in America.
In Africa.
In Africa, that's what I'm saying. And the reception, when they come, he's now not as important. Like, you understand? He's looking at the security, is like, yo,
once someone has fallen, that's when we want to start cheering it up and laughing. But when someone is rising, when someone is growing, we ain't trying to hear that. All we want to do is to tarnish someone's name. All we want to do is to throw. There's nothing good about our community. I'll be straight up. There's nothing good about our community.
No, I disagree. There is. No, I disagree. Listen, I disagree. There is.
There isn't.
Listen, let me say this. I disagree. There is. There's a lot of us. Look at us, right? All now we're in the room when they're right. We've all got something going on with us. It's so much.
Can I say something?
There's so much positivity.
Yeah. But guess what? People are gonna watch us and say you shitty. People from our
which is great. Our own
but Shona community, other Jamaican community, every other community, they'll be like, yo, this is lit. But our community are gonna be like, what is this?
But listen, it's kind of like this is the let me just put it simply. Yeah, let me just put it simply. Me, when I go to church, so my dad preaches at church, right? He's not pastor or nothing, but in the Seventh-day Adventist church, you preach. When my dad goes up to preach, I feel a certain embarrassment. I feel a certain thing. Like, I'm uncomfortable the whole time he's up there. That's because it's my dad. Yeah? But if somebody else goes and they're saying the same message that my dad would be delivering, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm cool, I'm comfortable. I feel like we're holding each other up to a certain standard.
Yeah, of course.
And can we all agree that in the Shona community, there's more of them than us, isn't there?
Of course.
Yes, 100%. So, I had to look at it. I feel like if I had a different mentality, I would be so upset with the Ndebele community, because when I first started my business, you will find that my wig names are all Shona on Ndebele names. Yeah, so there was Ota, Wanda, what, Tendai, what. I had Ndebele people cussing me because there's too many Shona names on my wigs. That's wigs that I can whip off right now. Yeah. You want to complain because the name of the wig is a Shona name.
That's the problem. Like, does that even make any sense? That's the problem about
you know your sales. Do your sales translate to
my sales translate to the more Shona people buy from me than the Ndebele.
So
but I put that to numbers. I don't put that to Ndebele people. I put that to numbers. There's more Shona people than Ndebele people, and I can see that in my percentages on the sales anyway.
There's more Shona people than Ndebele people. Like, let's say there's probably more Shona. I wouldn't say there's more Shona people that know, but there might be, there might be more Shona people that know hard dress music than Ndebele people, because there's so many more Shona.
There's a lot of Shona people. There's a lot.
That's it.
Yo, so you guys are trying to say because there's a lot of Shona people, that's why
the community is wider. You're gonna reach out to you're gonna get more Shona clients because there's more of them. Get it?
Not to say that
it's not you're gonna get more.
Yeah. There's a fact, like I can show you my whole Shopify right now. You'll see a bunch of Shona names. Yeah? Even let's say my target audience is Zimbabwean people. I'm still gonna get more Shona names than I am Ndebele names.
Yes.
And that's because of the dynamics. It's not because the Ndebele people, well, it probably is, but I don't think people are looking at me like, most people, even before I was on this, they probably wouldn't have said Sophie's a Ndebele girl. Do you know what I mean? So they wouldn't not be supporting me because I'm Ndebele. Maybe, do you get it? I don't know.
Yeah, guys, basically, we're seeing this thing. It's a thing that happens with everyone, like whatever race you are and whatnot. Yeah, like my cousin even told me, like, why do you see, like, it's funny how, say, like, I have no money, my brother there's got money.
Yes.
But you would feel more to offer to buy him a drink than to offer to buy me a drink.
Because you've got no money and he's got money.
He's got his own money, but you feel to offer him to buy him a drink.
Because he can offer me a drink.
No, that's not the reason.
It shouldn't be like that though.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's a thing, but
it is though. That's the truth.
They did a thing on YouTube, yeah. They did a thing on YouTube where there's a homeless man, yeah, on the floor with a cup in it. He's asking for money in it. Do you know what I mean? And then there's a guy in a suit, and he asked for money. The guy in the suit got more money than the guy that was poor.
It's just like that.
So they looked at their appearance.
Yeah, it's the appearance.
So what can we do to fix that? Though? What can we do to change that?
What can
can we do to change that? Sorry, what can we do to change that, to fix like that?
How can we improve that as developing people? How can we improve that? We can't though.
Make more of an awareness?
In my opinion, individually, I mean, when I mean individually, like yourselves, you need to improve yourselves, number one.
Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Even those people that were talking about the community, the developed community, they need to improve themselves individually into whatever they believe in and whatever they want to be, you understand? Because if you do that now, you're going to have a different mentality to, okay, Black Lives Matter. So, alright, cool. You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to grow up with values at the end of the day.
Values, principles.
Value is principles.
Yeah. I was going to say something similar, like it's about your principles, like, because let's say take the H&M incident for example.
Yeah.
When that monkey was on the top.
No black person should bought another thing from H&M.
That's the thing, people
the Chinese people, they banned, what's that store?
No, Gucci just got the ban. Gucci did a thing in it, and I went out and then I said that I'm not gonna stop my purchase. Listen, I've been planning on this Gucci purchase for years.
In China.
No, but you have to discipline yourself. You have to not buy that Gucci bag. If you feel it didn't support you, you need to not buy it. But no. Out of principle, because your pound is so important. Where you put your pound is important.
No, I disagree.
You can't put your pound in something that is not
That promotes racism. Exactly.
Your pound has value. Your pound has value. You can't put it where it doesn't support you.
I disagree. First of all, the person who put their child to wear that monkey top, I'm sure they saw it and thought, or even someone in the production team,
someone sat back and thought about it.
Why would you put monkey on?
The statement came out, the parents, they didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, they didn't see anything wrong with it.
They got told to say that.
Hold on, let me get my point. Even if there is something wrong, I'm sure somebody, you know how many people that went through for it
to be agreed.
Somebody must have thought, yo, there's something wrong. You get what I'm saying?
And that's through the black child.
Yeah. And even if they didn't see something wrong, that family, at the end of the day, you got people to feed at home. I've got people to feed at home.
Yeah, that money needs
I'm not
Steve Harvey.
People in my house.
Criticizing where it doesn't support you. I'm not criticizing the family.
I just think it goes.
You have to do what you have to do, fam.
You have to
put
but at the end of the day, like, you're making the richer, and which is not your race at the end of the day.
Okay, but overall, how can we improve it then?
Put your pound where you need to put it.
So buy the hair.
Put your pound in your community.
That way,
anyway, Hard West is coming out with the clothing line soon, so it's calm.
Yes.
Get your clothing.
Watch out, people are going to roll their eyes.
That's the Kenny magazine.
Watch more Devilish Connect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think at the end of the day, it goes back to the question that we answered in the first episode of Success. Good kalangawe, you know.
Of course.
Like I said, be your own competition. Like if you don't support me, I'll go find people that support me.
Yeah. That's it. Don't dwell. I'm not going to dwell on your community not supporting.
No. My house Marie Essence is not for a man.
I'm not going to stop.
I'm going to be global.
My brother looks like he's itching to say something.
That's a good mentality.
Say something, my guy.
It's okay now. It's gone now.
Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, we're not going to stop. Yes, support us. Support the people are going to love us still.
But
it would be great.
It would.
I have one
That way we could grow up.
I don't want that hoodie so hard.
What would you say?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And you know what, bro? It pisses me off when I see people on Snapchat, posting a video and they're playing like someone who doesn't know Chris Brown. Chris Brown, very talented guy. I love Chris Brown, one of my favorite artists.
Speak up.
Louder.
But I need like if you know me personally, if you know Dreamer personally, you know he's dropped a song. Don't just watch it. I mean, I appreciate the watching.
How does promotion?
I've got a reply to what you just said now, yeah? Alright, cool. We're looking at, just to finish it up. We're looking at artists that have a big name, yeah? So if you're gonna post it, people are going to see it and be like, oh, okay, because it's something to actually see and be interested about. You get me? But then at the same time, you've got someone who has not made it. You get what I'm trying to say? And the fact that he's posted it now, it'll be like, the person will be thinking, is this content to post? Do you see what I'm saying? That runs in the psychology of every person.
That goes with what Dreamer said. That goes with what Dreamer said. If someone's made it, people are more freely to post Chris Brown's song. But if someone hasn't made it, like if someone's got money, you're more freely to give him money. If someone hasn't got money, you're not as freely to give him money.
That's true.
I think it's kind of counterproductive to ask such a question, because if you're a business owner or someone trying to make it out there, you're going to look at it from a point of view where it's like, I need the support of my people. And if they don't give that to you, oh, let me now sulk. And no, focus on your business and making your business something that people don't need to support you because they're your friend, but they need that business anyway. That way, you just eradicate all those. Because if you wait for people to support you, I promise you, you will not get to where you're trying to go to. Do that for yourself, make the best possible. Because why would I go to your business because you're from, from my country when a Shona can give me a better service?
And when it's
not because I don't want to support you. It's not because I don't want to support you. It's I can get better.
So you're saying the business should cater to the people?
Yeah, focus on catering to your people, and then the rest.
If I focus on catering to develop people, I'll never make it.
No, not to develop people. I'm saying you just focus on your business being the best business it can, and then hope for the support of your people. But then don't look for their support because you share the same tribe. Culture, that's not going to happen. It just doesn't happen that way. With Chris Brown, I will post Chris Brown's music because I really love it. Make me really love your song so that I do that as well, because I'm not just going to post it because,
I feel like people do that, man. People do listen to it and then they do it, man.
It's just not going to happen that way. This isn't just about Ndebele. This is, like, as you said earlier on, this is across all communities. Just focus on making the quality of your work the best it can be. And that's the only way you'll eradicate it.
Okay. I feel like once that professionalism that you're talking about is there, like at the end of the day, no one wants to promote an unprofessional person. Let's say you do something and then I'm recommending you to someone else and then you let them down. So no one wants to promote an unprofessional person. So once that professionalism is there, then I feel like the very minimum that you can do to support people is share and like. Even if you don't have any pounds to put into your friend's business, share, like, repost. It's the very minimum. It's free. It's minimum.
I just think I've seen this happening a lot. People will be talking rubbish about somebody's business, but then what people don't understand is the more you talk about it, the more you're promoting it, basically. So I'm still winning at the end of the day. That's supporting me at the end of the day. So within there, when people doing stuff for each other, you chat shit about it, you're supporting me, bro, because you're promoting my brand. So it's true.
Joe, I just wanted to touch on what you said, and I kind of disagree with that, because I feel like at times you can perfect your thing, like you're saying, like perfect your graft, like okay, cool, people are gonna love that graft, but going back to the point that we're talking about, just because you are not up there, they will not repost it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing my music just like, oh, I want the people that listen, like, from SA and Zim to listen to my songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm doing that, so I need them to support me. I would do that, but then they will still not repost my ish and whatnot because, I'm not Casper. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot focus on, I'm doing it because I want them to support me, but I perfect my ish, but they'll still not repost it. Why is that? That's what I'm trying to get to, and how can we change that? And how do we move forward from there?
Don't do it for them.
I'm doing it for them. Baby. I'm doing it for the genre of the music. Like, I perfect that. I've perfected my graft, like say.
Yes.
But I still want the support from, I'm saying, but they will not give me that support because I'm not up there.
Or something else like, how would you remove pride from those people? How can we remove pride from the connection?
That's the word.
That's what I'm trying to get to, because we keep speaking on problems. We've not really spoke about much solutions.
Yeah, how do we remove pride from the Ndebele connection?
Yeah. I feel like I'm a strong believer in supporting each other. I'm such a strong... I literally scream and shout. If you follow me, you don't understand how much I always scream and shout about supporting each other as Ndebeles, as Zimbabweans in general. Do you know what? One thing is, we're stronger together. Look at this room now. Like, if we actually fully, wholeheartedly support each other, share each other's power. Do you know how much we're making mad moves? Like, big moves. But it's just that we need to do it. We need to actively do it. Like she said, a simple retweet. Just posting my video on your Snapchat, your Instagram, so it can just spread. Do you know what I'm saying? Simple things like it's not even like you need to put money into my business or you need to put money into what I'm doing. A simple retweet, just posting my picture, just shouting me out. Do you know what I'm saying? Simple things like that. Trust me, we're stronger together. We'll make big moves, but only if we support each other.
Yeah. No, I think pride. You're right. Pride is a big issue. Pride is a big issue.
Because everyone's looking for something that will benefit them.
But it does benefit you in the long run.
It does,
It might not benefit you today, but it benefits in the long run.
Of course. But at the end of the day, it comes down to values as well.
Yeah, but I think Joe really came. The reason I'm going to respond to Joe is because he came from a different angle, and I understand his angle. Our focus should not be on why those people aren't supporting us. Our focus should be on perfecting our craft. Respect to that, Joe. I respect that. And 100%, that's what our focus should be on. That's the only way we can move forward. But all those people around us, all those people that know us, also have a responsibility. We are a minority. Like, whether we want to accept it or not, us Ndebeles are a minority. We are a minority. In Zimbabwe, we are a minority. We don't own nothing. We don't have a say. We vote for a different Shona president. We haven't even voted. We haven't even asked for a Ndebele president yet.
Which one is the
Shona. We just want a different Shona guy.
He's married to Ndebele.
Oh, great.
We want a different Shona guy. We don't. So let me finish. We don't want a Ndebele guy. We do want a Ndebele guy. But right now, we're willing to settle for just for a different one, different Shona guy.
Just have an impasse.
Can we just have a different one? We're not gonna have a fucking woman president. That's not in my lifetime. That's not in my lifetime. We're not gonna have a Ndebele president in my lifetime.
But you know what?
You're gonna have your time. What I'm saying, Joe, is we have to support each other because right now we have to push each other.
Of course.
We have to push each other, whether we like it or not. We have to push it. We don't like Shamisa. Whatever Shamisa wants, we don't give a fuck what Shamisa likes. I don't give a fuck.
We don't like Shamisa.
Have you listened to Shamisa?
Okay, sorry, let's not get into it.
No, you haven't listened to him. Yeah. We don't like him. We just want a different Shona guy. Can we have a different one?
Shamisa over different.
Can we? You guys can be in power. We just want someone different.
Yeah.
That's what we want. Someone different. That's what we're asking for. Right now, that's what we're asking for. You see now, as black people are fighting for equal rights now. We're asking for equal rights. Because now we can afford to ask for equal. Back then, we were asking for, can we just use the same toilet? Because at that time, that was the issue. The issues were bigger than, we weren't asking for equal rights, we were just asking for the same toilet. You know what I'm saying? But now, problems are less, so we can ask for, can we have a black president? We can ask for that shit. But back then, we couldn't, we had to ask for the toilet. So I'm saying now, as Ndebele people, we have to be there for each other. Like, we have to push each other up to a point where maybe in 40, 50 years we can be asking for, can we have a Ndebele president? Right now we just have to ask, can we support each other as Ndebeles so we can push up, so they can recognize us and look at us and say, they're not doing something. Okay, let's give them a part. Let's let them own some businesses. Let's let them own some businesses. Let's let them run something. Because we don't want shit right now. We're behind. We're way behind. You know what I'm saying? We have to be there for each other as people. And that's why I disagree. Even if someone's not doing something I don't like, his Ndebele is pushing. I need to push him.
Of course. I do that all the time.
No, but we have to.
Because you got to be truthful.
And that's the thing.
If I give Sophie some business and then the parcel doesn't turn up for 6 months, am I then going to go recommend her to somebody else?
No.
So we have to be truthful.
I agree with that. But I'm saying that if it's music, now you don't like the music, but there are people that like the music. There's no problem with supporting the music. Because we have to push each other. We're at the bottom. Now that person is black, we have to push each other.
No, but I'm not gonna lie, the music bangs still.
Oh my God.
Hard work, gang. Hard work music.
Like we have to push each other as Ndebeles so they can look at us. Yeah. Even if they're looking at me, Joe, they're saying that person's Ndebele. They're looking at everybody in this room saying, oh, them lot. Yeah. I'm representing everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm not just pushing forward. We're all pushing forward. We're all getting recognition.
We need to push each other, we need to all of that, but in my personal opinion, I would push my brother, I'll push my sister, whether you're in Ndebele or not, as long as you're from my community, you understand? Oh shit, I thought I'll push my brother, I'll push the next person next to me that I love, you know what I'm trying to say, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to love our neighbours anyway, and our neighbours are people right next to us right now.
That's right.
Listen, let me tell you something. Lena man, Ndebele has Lampoa, and to be honest, my business is not for you. This is not for you, and I don't care. I'm glowing in the Malinia shop. Done. Next.
Okay. Next. Okay, this is gonna be a long one.
It's hard.
I haven't said anything. I'd like to first of all say thanks to the Ndebele people that are supporting this show. Ndebeles that are supporting us here. And those who are from, you know, somewhere else.
We appreciate them, guys.
We respect that. And then going back to the question about, you know, about why is Ndebeles, I think it's not just only just Ndebeles in the such. I think we're in a world whereby, you know, black people in general, we've been suppressed, you know, so it's a dog eats dog, that's kind of way. That's why as Africans and Ndebeles, especially among Ndebele anyway, but we have envy because we come from the same place. So like now, if I was to be a millionaire,
wait, can you explain what you talk about?
Yeah, like
people don't understand.
Each for their own. Yeah, each for their own. Which in reality, that's not how you're gonna bring up a community or the world at all. It will never work. So you know, we need as a community. As actually not even as a community, as the world, we need to, because we live in a world whereby we fight for the same job. We fight for the same job, literally go have interviews, which is not cool. So I think that's part of the reasons our history as humans. Anyway, and then going to your point, I think you're right. It's about the content as well. Like let's say Hard West music. If you are always swearing in your music, I can't play that to my mom. So that means you've got 50-year-olds, yeah, people who can't listen to your music. Yeah. So you got to have a target, and you cater for everybody. I'm on Ndebele, they're not just 15-year-old, 20-year-olds. It's also that.
We don't swear in our music.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying if you do, I can't play that for my mom. I can't support you. I can't.
I'm disappointed.
Like, it's an art.
I can't show my mom. Leroy, you know, one of my friends singing a song about. I'm gonna lie, I never went to my mom and said, Petit eye. I would not do that. I would not do that.
Let me add to your point. I'm from a Jamaican background. I'm Black British. I listen to every type of music. I listen to house music as well. I have done since I was like 16, 17. Started going to festivals.
Hey, I'm gonna lie, yeah? Can we stop leaving people hanging? It's not cool.
I didn't even see it, sorry. So I have done since I was younger. I just had an interest in it because I went to festivals and then I listened to it and I was like, this is nice. But, you know, like with Nigerian music, they drop like maybe 5 lines of English and the rest of it is Nigerian. So I can understand those 5 lines of English, but I can't understand anything that you're saying in your track. So even though I like it, there's a loss of connection. And when you talk about relating your stuff to cultures outside of your culture, so there's a loss of connection there for me because there's not even one line of English. So other Africans or Caribbeans can't, or British or Americans or wherever people are from.
Do you listen to Afro beats?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand what they're saying?
That's what I'm saying. I understand 2 lines, and 2 lines is enough.
But you enjoy the beat though?
I enjoy the beat.
House music is a beat still.
It is a beat, definitely. Definitely. I have to agree with you, the beat is a part of it. But then I want to be able to hear the lyrics and
Sister
relate to the lyrics.
Please take us home.
No, wait, no.
Take it off.
Anyway, thank you anyway, Chairman Debele. Well done.
Can I just say something? If you're trying to do something and you're trying to push it, don't ever change for nobody. I don't have to speak no other language if that's not what I'm singing.
Come on.
I have to disagree with you.
You can disagree.
That is his music.
You can disagree.
And there's so many people who are singing in his same type of music and they are up there. So they can make it, even if they don't say one word of English.
She did.
Yeah?
I disagree.
So, yeah. So that's it. So, but if you're doing something, you can't change. All you've got to do is focus on you, and your target people cannot be just the people. Don't limit yourself. Look at Steve Jobs, that movie. Look how many times he was creating that computer, creating that thing, and it wasn't going. And so many people were just laughing at him and not taking him serious. Now, what happened? Do you know what I mean? So just keep going. Do not stop. Why have I got this Birmingham accent? Where am I getting that from?
There's somebody who's going to comment in the comments saying,
oh yeah! They don't want me to clap. They don't want you to clap. I don't want you to clap. But I'm always going to clap. So you cannot change what you're doing. If I can only perfect my business. So if what I do does not cater to my certain community, it will reach somebody. Like just keep going. Do not stop because people are not supporting you. Just keep going. And these people are they're gonna stop one day. When you blow, everyone's gonna be in your corner. Now they're gonna wanna know. You're gonna have to go through my assistant to get to me. Come on! Love that.
Let's connect.
Aman Debele, I don't know what it is, but we need to sort this out quickly. Our community is small, yes, but because our community is small, that should not be an excuse as to why we're not supporting each other. Because our community is small, this means that we have to be tight. That's it. Stop this, guys, but it will never stop. So, shrug shoulders and move on.
Well, with Aman Debele, let's be honest, we need to do better. That's not right. But I have to say, you have been doing better because Debele's on collectors on like 10K. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Debele's that are supporting. We gotta respect that. Before we discredit Debele's, we gotta credit them too. So yeah, there's that. And the best way to help each other is let's not be greedy and be envious of each other. Just because I've managed to make it out where you haven't been doesn't mean that you gotta try to put me back there. You gotta elevate me, and I'll elevate you too. You know what I mean? Let's help each other. I disagree with quite a few things that they said, but I can't say them on camera.
Why is it Aman Debele we don't support each other? It's because we just don't rate each other. All we think about when we see someone being successful, all we think about is how to bring them down, chatting shit about them in this WhatsApp group chats. But then, like I said, people don't get to it. The more you chat shit about people, you're promoting them. Because the more you talk about them, somebody's gonna go on Google and be like, what's Debele's Connect? And then they go and they find Debele's Connect on YouTube. And what do? They watch it. And what's that? It's views, innit? So at the end of the day, you're gonna support them either way. If you don't support them, they're gonna find another audience. Like, don't think I'm gonna wait for you, I'm Debele, I'm not gonna buy her magazine. No, B, I'm not gonna wait for that. I'm gonna find somebody, South African, Nigerian, whatever, to support me. And there's always an audience for me. Just whether you're there or not, you're still gonna make that shit.
Debele, please njoba singabantu there's not a lot of us anyway. So since there's not a lot of us anyway, we might have a bigger impact based on the fact that we are such a small community who can come together as one and literally make a change. So the main point is that somebody said, I can't remember who said it, but if we all come together and we support each other and we basically do what we're supposed to be doing, we can make a change. So stop thinking, stop hating, stop being petty, stop like basing stop looking at other people who are trying to do something. At least somebody's trying to do something. Can you imagine if nobody was trying to do anything? Like people just stopped making music, people just stopped starting businesses. That would be shit. So if somebody's starting something, at least they're doing something, whether you like it or not. Just support, share. Social media is free. The same Snapchat that you have, same Snapchat that you're just looking at yourself, you're just there doing nothing, just watching the screen. You can be using that to do something for yourself. Use your brain, open up your mind, shop sophisticated hair, support.
One was very interesting. Everyone had good points. Joe had good points. I kind of disagreed with some stuff that he was saying, but he did have good points. We do need to focus on your graph more than you focus on, oh, these people need to be supporting me. Yeah, so I do believe in that. More than anything I would say on that subject is we need to stop with the problems and start looking at solutions. That's one thing that I think we should do about that subject right there. Let's stop the crying. How do we move on? We see that we're not supporting each other, so how do we start supporting each other? What stuff can we do to change that? And the good stuff that we touched on, personal, starts with you. Like they say, charity begins what? At home. Basically guys, I'd like to thank you everyone that's been watching us, and please do carry on and share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your mother, your father, your cousin, your grandma. Just come watch us, man, and please drop down below anything that you would like for us to discuss. And yeah, hard bless to the music, baby.
When it comes to supporting Ndebeles, I'm such a strong believer, like I am such a strong believer that Ndebeles, yeah, if we actually support ourselves the way we did as a community, do you know how big our community would be? We would be so powerful that it would make big moves, but it's the fact that sometimes I don't know if it's a jealousy thing or it's a pride thing, that we struggle to support each other. Do you know what I'm saying? That you can't even simply retweet or post what I'm doing, because why? Our phone well, you have that kind of mentality. It's not a nice mentality, man. Ndebele. Please, let's support each other as Zimbabweans, as Ndebeles, and yeah, you'll see me in 10-20 years as your future president of Zimbabwe. I'm coming, Zimbabwe.
As a support factor for Ndebele people, I personally believe in supporting the person next to you, and that's your brother, and also love your brother that's next to you, whether you're Ndebele, whether you're Nigerian, whether you're Shona, whether you're Sutu, whether you're Zulu, whether you're Mkosa, something like that. At the end of the day, it's my responsibility to love you, and by me showing the love for you is by supporting you at the end of the day. It can be in anything that you're doing, but also I have to support you in something that I can see, okay, Omojo's actually doing something, and that person is doing something that is actually going to benefit not only the community but benefit himself. And to be honest with you, as a community, as a people, we need motivation for ourselves. If we don't motivate each other, I get doesn't motivate now. So it's our personal responsibility to motivate each other and to tell each other yes, carry
on. Black British from Jamaican heritage. So this question, why do underbellies not support each other? I think it doesn't just go for underbellies. I've noticed that in a lot of communities, and that is, it comes down to mindset, but it also comes down to, you know, it comes down to mindset, but it comes down to, are those businesses professional? And the other thing that it comes down to is you can't create your business just for your friends and family. You need to create a business that goes outside of your friends and family.
This question, let me just clarify. I am the belly. I just grew up in Harare. Carry on. I think this situation is not something which is only we're affecting only us. It's affecting every community. You know, so you have to look at not why is my community, because there are people that are making it, that are getting the support. You need to look, why are they getting the support? You know, and oftentimes they're not given the service that the people who are supporting them need. You know, I wouldn't go to someone who isn't going to give me a better service than someone else just because I'm from the same place as them. That is just how the world works. It would be lovely to support your fellow brother, your fellow, but at the end of the day, you're gonna do what meets your needs. You know, you're not just gonna support someone if it comes to a disadvantage to you. So look at your business and say, I'm not providing the best service. Can they go elsewhere and get better? You know, don't look at, oh, but yeah, my people, we should, you know, oh, support me. No, you're not gonna, that's not gonna propel you to think beyond. You need to think outside the box and people will follow you. So that's my opinion.
See me, yeah? They call me Chest. Live in the flesh. Usually in the vest. As I was saying,